Hello guys, in today's tutorial I'm gonna talk about how we can install Anaconda, how we can set up different environments and then install different libraries using Jupyter Notebook, how we can execute code line by line or set of several lines. So let's start and go to anaconda.com in your browser. This is the official website of Anaconda. And if you go to products, there are several products: individual edition, commercial, team edition, enterprise edition and professional. And you can see that individual edition is an open source distribution, so we are gonna install individual edition. So you must choose according to your Windows. If you want 64-bit, or if you want 32-bit, it's up to you. So let's download Anaconda individual edition. Okay, let's wait until it's download fully. So it's downloaded. Let's install it. Click run. I'm installing it on Windows 7, but the procedure is same for all the Windows. It's up to you. You can either click for all or just for me. I'm just single user, so I'm just clicking just for me and then click next. You can select the destination as per your requirement. Here you see two options. One is add Anaconda 3 to my path environment, and another one is register Anaconda as default Python 3.8. So second option is already checked, but the first option is to add the Anaconda into the path, which is not recommended. So I will also say that don't click, as you are not the advanced user. Otherwise you have to, sometimes it makes problem and then you have to uninstall it and then install it again. So let's wait till it finish the installation. It's completed, the installation is finished. You can click next and then again next, and that's it. Your Anaconda is installed. If you want, you can see the tutorial by clicking that checkbox. After installing, you can go to the start menu. There are several Anaconda files there in the folder. There will be Anaconda Notebook, Anaconda Navigator, Anaconda PowerShell Prompt, Anaconda Prompt, Jupyter Notebook, and Spider, and many other some other files also. So our main focus is now Anaconda Navigator. So click on the Anaconda Navigator. It will take some time for the first time. So once you click the Anaconda Navigator, this window will appear and It will show you different applications which are already installed there, and you can launch it from here. You can see Jupyter Lab, Jupyter Notebook, PowerShell prompt for command line, also PyCharm Community Edition. You can launch all these applications within Anaconda. There is also Qt console, Spider. It stuck, it takes some time. There is also PyCharm Professional or Studio. On the left side you will see a panel. There is a home button there, environment, learning, community. So if you click on the environment, you will see different type of libraries or modules, packages which are already installed in this environment. And the environment is the base environment, which is the root environment. And in that environment, obviously the default Python is installed, that is 3.8. You can create new environment by clicking on the button create, and then you can check the Python version. If you have installed several others, you can give the name and then you can click the create button. I don't have any other Python version, so I don't want to create another one. But if you have already installed different versions of the Python, then you can create the new environment. In some codes, some libraries are working. In some Python versions, some libraries are working. So if you want, you can create a different environment and set it to Python 3.7, 3.6, and then you can install different libraries, packages on that environment. You can see that there are many libraries which are already installed. If you want to install some library, you can click on drop down menu and you can select not installed. Here you can see not installed. You can also search the libraries which you want to see whether it's installed or not in the search package box. You can also see which packages or libraries need to be updated. So this is the Spider library package which needs to be updated. So let's come back and go to home and select Jupyter Notebook. Either you can click Jupyter Lab or click Jupyter Notebook. So let's start with Jupyter Notebook. It will take some time. So here is your Jupyter Notebook. In here, which programs are running, you can see select different folders, running, which codes or services, Jupyter services are running. So there is no service right now running because it's showing 0. So let's open some folder where I have already compiled some codes there. Okay, let me show you the code which I have written, some example codes. I did those codes, I wrote those codes long time ago. So let me search where is it. Yeah, these are the codes which I wrote. These are the Python codes written in the Jupyter Notebook. That's why in the top you can see several menus, file runs and cluster. In the run you can see the codes which are running. So let's click on this code. It will open and show you the code. The code is written in different cells in Jupyter. So there is one cell, and in that cell I have written several set of instructions. If I press run, it will run in one go. Here I am importing different modules, libraries which are required to run this code. If you want to run this code, you have to select that cell and then you can go to top and select run. It will run the code. I run the first cell and it gave me an error because I haven't installed CV2 library. So this is how you can go line by line. After the cell 1, I can select cell 2 and then I can press the run button and then it will execute that cell. So it will execute all these instructions if I press run. If you want, you can insert a new line and start writing the code in that cell. You can also see which Python version environment is there. It's Python 3, I named it. And you can log out from the Jupyter notebook if you want. There are several other things which you can see. You can create a new notebook. You can save your work also. The good thing about it is that if I made a change somewhere there and I don't save the file, even though if I close it without saving, it will still be there. So this is how you can install the Anaconda and you can start Jupyter Notebook. You must close it, log out from the Jupyter Notebook, otherwise when you are closing the Anaconda it will warn you, but if don't, it does not matter much. So let's see what Jupyter Lab is. Actually Jupyter Notebook is showing you the things, the almost same things you can also see in the Jupyter Lab. So don't go into what is the difference between them. So you can create the new notebook here. You can create a new launch and then from launch you can create a new notebook. So this is the notebook 3 I selected, and then you can start writing the code in these cells and then you can run these cells line by line. So let's test our Python whether it is installed correctly and it is working or not. So let's write a print statement in first cell. Print in the bracket I am writing, let's write this is machine learning course, and then in the same cell write another instruction. Write a print instruction just for checking. I'm gonna write we are testing Python. Similarly, you can add new cells and then you can also save your work. And from here you can also create the checkpoints. I will describe checkpoints in the coming lecture. Let's create a variable, a string variable, and give a value machine learning. Then let's create a new cell again and write a print statement to print the value of this variable. So now you have to run the code. You can go to any cell and then click on that cell, and then you can press the run button. Once you will press it, I'm running the first set of instructions, first cell, so I pressed run and it showed it successfully executed the instructions. So you can see the output that it has displayed this is machine learning. So once we run it, it will show a number, and but before running it was empty, but after running it is showing that okay, its line is executed, it assigns a number. Then go to the second cell, run it, and now you can see that it gave a number with the third because we run the first cell twice. So and then we run the third cell and gave a success. After successfully executing, it gave a number, assigned a number. You can also stop it, the kernel, when the code is executing, might be it's taking so much time. So if you want to interrupt, you can just press this interrupt button and it will stop. One more thing, for example, if your code or cell is taking a long time, this box, instead of any number or empty, it will show a static. It means that this cell is being executed and it is in the process. Once it's executed, the kernel will assign a number to it, as here it's assigned 4. You can create checkpoints at any point of your code, execution of the code, and then you can run the several other instructions. And if you want that okay, no, I executed the instructions but I should start it from that point again, then you can go to that checkpoint and start running from there again. If you have any questions, this is all about Anaconda. If you have any questions, you can email me or ask me. That's it. Thank you.